Hi everybody, DJ here, and this is the first blog that I have done in about 3 weeks, well, 2 weeks, so sorry about that, but there's been a lot on my plate. I have been uh, working on Uphill's post, not post, but like I just finished submitting to all of the film festivals, and that's kind of where Uphill is right now. If you're a patron, you just got the link to the blooper reel for Uphill. So if you want to see that, go to my Patreon, patreon.com/DJRemark. Here's Cuzkin. And you can see it there. And if you're a patron, a paying patron, not just a public, if you don't just follow me, if you actually are part of one of the tiers, Uphill is available to watch. So I can't do a wide release or a premiere yet anywhere because it's in the festival circuit, but I can let you guys see it. So that said, where do we go from here? Well, as a filmmaker, I need to be making films or working on a film all the time, especially if I want that to be my, my forever job, essentially. So I have been writing a script for another short film. And this is one of the things that I've been sort of kind of mulling over is, do I do another short film or do I go into features? Because it seems like in the filmmaking climate today, short films are not good enough for calling cards. And if you make a short film because there's no market for it, people aren't really willing to contribute unless you're already a big name in the industry, and people know that this is going to get out and it's going to get seen, or it's a way for somebody to practice a technique or whatever, which is something that I'm actually doing. I'm practicing technique. I'm cutting my teeth. I'm trying to find my directorial voice, but short films aren't sustainable. For me, I guess, right now, at least. I don't know. And it's actually to a point where, I'll just throw it out there. I've probably put in close to $2,000 out of my own money. This isn't complaining, by the way. This is just putting it out there for anybody, who might be thinking about getting into filmmaking, for Uphill, for a 20-minute short film. Everything. Everything that wasn't volunteer work. So I actually have more than $2,000 invested in time and other people's time and labor into this film, who volunteered for me and helped me out, friends and whatnot. So it's not a cheap thing to get into, but it is very rewarding, and you do get out of what you put in to filmmaking like this. I've already enjoyed quite a bit of eyes on this, and so I've had some really good feedback. But like I said, I got to keep moving forward, and I got into this to make horror films. Really, it's horror. It was a genre that I got into late. I didn't see my first horror movie until I think I was 16, and I don't even think it was a real horror movie. I think it was Resident Evil, and that's a funny story. Anyway, it's something that I've come to fall in love with, and what I've noticed in a lot of films and filmmaking is horror is it's an enigmatic genre. And what I mean by that is it's the easiest genre to get into, and to take the plunge into filmmaking, but it's the hardest to pull off for me. Well, not just for me, for a lot of people. There's a lot of crappy horror films out there. There's a lot of good horror films out there. But, tropes are tropes for a reason. Horror has become cliche for a reason, because it's so easy to get into and for people to do it. And a lot of people, they just rely on those cliches to kind of get by. And that's not something I want to do. I have a lot of different ideas that I would like to bring to horror, and I want to be able to do that well. And so the next project that I'm working on is called Hex. I'm in the middle of the script right now. There's a version of it on Patreon for patrons to look and see where I'm at. And I think that's going to be my next project. And then after Hex, depending on how Uphill and Hex do, I would like to move into features. And the features will, it will be a horror genre. So I guess that's really kind of where I'm at right now. And it's not that there's nothing going on. It's just I'm in that phase, in between films where there's not really much I can do other than just say, hey, this is still a thing. So what I'm actually doing for Hex is, even though it's a short film, I am going to try to get funding for this. I'm going to actually try to get funding. I'm going to try to find investments, grants, anything like that. So what I've actually been doing is getting a bunch of information from any role that I think I'm going to need. Anywhere from an assistant director to a storyboard artist. I'm going to get, actual sound equipment, a gaffer, dolly, any kind of equipment rentals that I might need. I'm going to be looking into that, and I'm writing up a budget. I'm writing up a proposal, and I'm going to have two budgets. The first budget is my if I could have anything budget. So that's going to be like well over like $10,000, for this, which like a lot of people are like, oh, 10,000, whatever. But it's a lot of money for me, and it's a lot of money to put into a short film. So that that's going to be something that's like just way anything I could have, anything I could do, whatever, even if it's completely unnecessary, I'm going to have a budget for that. And then I'm going to have another budget that is bare bones. What can I do by the skin of my teeth? The equipment I already have. What are all the jobs I can do myself? And what's something that I'm going to need to possibly hire people for? So I'm going to have that budget so that I can pitch that to people who are interested in at least listening to my pitch. That I'm not just some random guy asking for money. I'm not just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Just give me money and it'll work out. That's not my intent. I want to prove that I am a competent filmmaker. So that's really where I am. So while I'm writing Hex, I am learning about writing budgets, the film budgets, writing proposals, writing top sheets, stuff like that. Who to approach, what grants I should even go for, what grants I should not get away from, researching where grants are, like what can I do? I don't know. I've been all over Google all the time, just typing in just obvious questions like, how do I fund a short film? That's, who gives the most money to short films for, independent filmmakers, stuff like that. And it's something that I've had to scrounge for information. There's a lot of people out there that are not giving very good advice. But there is some good advice in there. There's somewhere you gotta know what to look for. So that's it. I'll hopefully have some more next week. But again, if you're interested in seeing script progress or really any of the progress on any of my projects, become a patron. Follow me on Instagram, anywhere on social media. I have an account, and I'll put the links in the description. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe. All of that stuff. And I'll throw this in. I hate saying that. I hate having to put in these commercials, but it's something that, as an independent artist, as an independent filmmaker, I have to do. I don't like saying follow me. I don't like saying subscribe. I don't like saying it because I want you to do what you want to do. But it really helps. It really does help. Even if you're not giving me money yet by becoming a patron or anything like that, even if you're not doing that, even if you just like any of my pages, or just follow me and turn off notifications. That would be not good for me, but if that's just something that you want to just like, here's a bone, dude, here's another tick, please do that. Like I said, the descriptions will be in the links will be in the description, and that's how you can actually follow me. But I'm really excited to start showing some stuff for Hex and getting that actually going. Whether I get funding or not, I'm gonna make it. Like I said, I'm making those two budgets: the anything I want budget and the I don't get anything I want budget. And even if I have to make the one where I don't get anything I want, and I have to like act in it myself, I'm gonna make Hex. It's gonna happen. And then from there, we'll see where we're going. But I see good things. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time, and I will see you on the flip flop. That was dumb.